Do you want to build your own custom no-code apps like a CRM or client portal? Well, now you can with a powerful no-code platform called Softr. Anyone can simply build their own internal tools and client portals in a matter of minutes. In particular, today I'm going to share exactly how you can set up and use Softr with Google Sheets to create your own intuitive and custom CRM for your small business. No code or prior experience is needed with Google Sheets or Softr to follow along and create your own custom CRM platform. Okay, so just quickly, before we go ahead and launch into this Softr tutorial, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already or if you're new to this channel. And with that quick note out the way, let's go ahead and build your own custom CRM with Google Sheets and Softr. Okay, so to arrive at Softr and to get started for free, simply head over to your browser and type in softr.io, or feel free to click the link in the description below this video and that's going to take you here. Firstly, before we dive in, what exactly is Softr and how does it work? Well, in essence, Softr is a powerful no-code platform for anyone to build custom internal tools and client portals. You can simply connect Softr to a database like Google Sheets, then use Softr's visual interface to build custom apps for your business. It's as awesome and simple as it sounds, and in this tutorial, I'll be building a stunning and functional CRM with Softr using customer data from inside Google Sheets. Now, just quickly before we dive in, I want to say a big thank you to Softr for partnering with us on this video and supporting this channel. I've found that Softr is a fantastic solution for small businesses looking for a custom no-code platform for building and launching all their required apps. This eliminates the need to use dozens of different and expensive software. Basically, I see Softr as one centralized platform that businesses can use with their database to create unlimited tools like CRMs, client portals, inventory management, partner portals, project trackers, content calendars, and any other custom tool or app a business needs. Okay, so with that covered, let's go ahead and get started with Softr and Google Sheets to build your own custom CRM. To get started for free, either sign up with Google or sign up with email. For the purpose of today's tutorial, I want to sign up with my Google account. Now, after signing up with your Google account or email, you'll be taken through a few questions before arriving here. We have the options to start from scratch, generate from data, generate with AI, or choose from a pre-made template. And like I mentioned, today's focus is to build your very own no-code CRM with Google Sheets as the database and Softr as the no-code app builder. But first, let's quickly look at some of these other apps that you can build and some of these different templates. We can choose a professional template to start customizing and building our own investor portal, contractor portal. If we navigate down here, we have a vendor management app, as well as legal case management, freelancer management system, event planning, company intranet, project tracker, and more. We can also navigate up to the top and choose from these different categories or search for the template that we're after. Let's come down and select CRMs. And today we're going to build a custom CRM using the Sales CRM template. Simply click on the template to preview what this template looks like. On the right hand side, we can navigate through the different pages. I like the look of this template. We can manage deals, as well as leads and customers, as well as build out other important pages inside our CRM. Okay, so let's come down and use this template. And here we need to connect a data source. For us, we're going to go ahead and connect Google Sheets. And what we're doing is bringing all our data from Google Sheets into one centralized place. And you can choose to consolidate your customer data from other tools like HubSpot, Airtable, SmartSuite, and others, but today we'll be focusing on Google Sheets as our CRM database. Go ahead and click on Google Sheets. And next, we need to give Softr both Google Drive and Google Sheets permissions. Come down and click on Continue, choose your Google account, and click on Continue. Navigate up to Select All, and then navigate down the page, and select Continue. Give Softr a moment to establish the connection with your Google account, and as you can see, just like that, the data between Google Sheets and Softr is now synced. Let's come down and check out our CRM application. And as you can see, that's going to take us to the home page of our CRM. Now, a CRM, a customer relationship management software, is an all-in-one platform that allows you to manage and organize your contacts, leads, and customers. A CRM also allows you to optimize your sales pipeline, your sales process, and helps you and your sales team improve your customer's journey. And this is just one app that I'm going to show you how to build with Softr and Google Sheets. Okay, so let's take a look at the home page here. You can see up here we have a heading section with 4 menu items. We've got deals, accounts, contacts, and interactions. So these are different pages that we have inside our CRM. If we navigate over to pages, we can simply navigate between each of these different pages and customize them the way that we like. Okay, so these are all the current pages that we have in this CRM template. I'm going to close this for now, and let's go ahead and add our branding to this CRM. I'm going to navigate over to logo and upload my own logo. Here's the logo that I want to use. Again, locate the logo you just uploaded and click on Use Asset. And for the purpose of today's tutorial, I want to create a no-code CRM for my business called Stew's Consulting. Navigate over to Image Alt Text. I'm going to change this to Stew's Consulting. Then if we navigate down the page, you can see that we have link elements here. This deals link up here takes our users to the deals page. Same with accounts, contacts, and interactions. We can also come down and add additional links, as well as buttons if we like. We can choose to show the user's profile. Let's keep this enabled. And then we have a few other options down here. We're going to leave this as default for now. We can also navigate over to styles and change the menu padding if we like. But again, I'm happy with the default. And then we have visibility. And you have these three options for each of the different blocks that you select on your pages. Under visibility, we have the option to control our users' permissions at the page, block, and button level. So again, we have this block selected at the moment. Who can see this block? Logged in users, and which user groups? All logged in users. And you can click on this drop down and see the different options here. Again, I'm going to leave this as default. Okay, so let's click on this section here, and I'm going to change the title to Stew's Consulting Team CRM. We have the option to change the subtitle as well as add a background image. If we navigate down to features, you can see we can make changes to these images across here, as well as the text and links. Simply navigate through the different features and add additional features if you like, change the image, add text, customize the description, and change the link if you like. Again, I'm happy with this default homepage for now. We can come back and customize this later. We can also preview what this page looks like across devices, tablet, as well as mobile. Again, this is what our logged in users will see. Let's head back to desktop, and all your changes will be saved automatically. Now before we move on to another page, let's navigate over to theme. Here we can change the global theme style of our application. So take the time to make customizations here based on your brand requirements. Change your global headings, global body, in terms of font, style, and colors. Okay, so let's navigate over to users. Here we can see all our users. These are default users at the moment. And I'll show you what this looks like inside our connected Google Sheet shortly. You can see that this is connected to the employees sheet. Let's go ahead and add a new user. Here we can add a single user or bulk input. For now, I'm just going to add one user, and this is going to be my sales CRM manager. Add the user's name down here. Then you have these different authentication options. I'm happy with generate temporary password. Come down and click on add user. Here we have the user's details to log in. We can copy this data, but for now, I'm just going to come down and click on invite now. Here we can customize the invite email template if we like. For now, I'm just going to come down and click on send invite. And as you can see, Emma has been added to our team inside the employees sheet. Let's click here and then come down to open base. And that's going to open up our Google Sheets database that our CRM is connected to. And as you can see down here, we're on the employees sheet, and you can see the new team member, the sales manager that we just added. Now I have the option to add data here or from inside Softr. There is a two-way sync between the flow of data. Okay, so I'm going to add manager here. And then what I would do, because this is just a template, is I would take the time to add my team members, add their email, and essentially change all this data. For example, if we navigate down to accounts, you can see all this default data here. I suggest you take the time to change all this data in here from inside this Google Sheets template. Again, let's navigate down to deals, and you can see all this connected default data. And then we have contacts and interactions. Okay, so let's navigate back to Softr. Inside Softr, if we navigate up to user groups, we currently have these default user groups. However, we can customize these if we like, and we can also add new custom user groups. And this is going to allow you to assign the different permissions and visibility rules among your team members, your users. And remember, when you're customizing your CRM, like I showed you earlier, you can customize the permissions at the page, block, and button level. Okay, next, let's quickly navigate over to settings and navigate up to data sources. This is where you can manage the data sources that are connected to your applications. Okay, so let's navigate back. We can also come down to general, and we can change the application name as well as the subdomain. For example, I'm going to change this to Stew's Consulting CRM, as well as the application name. And let's go ahead and add a favicon for branding. I'm happy with this image here. And as you can see, I now have my own favicon branding, the image that appears in our browser. Here we have the option to remove Softr branding if we like. And because I'm using the professional plan, I can go ahead and remove this branding. Let's come down and click save. A few other things you can do is customize user notifications, as well as connect a custom domain. Okay, so let's close this and navigate back over to pages and then come down to our home page. Okay, so we've made a few changes to our home page. Now let's navigate back over to pages and customize a page that requires custom linking between our database. Let's go ahead and click on deals. And that's going to take us to this deals page. We have my deals. So a logged in user will be able to see deals assigned to them. Then if we navigate down the page, you can see all deals here with this filter option. Let's navigate back up and let's click on my deals. And under source, you'll be able to see the source, this Google Sheets document, and the particular sheet down here, which is deals. And we can change the connected data if we like by simply clicking here and choosing the database. Again, with sheet, we can choose the associated sheet. Now let's navigate over to content and let's first make some static changes. Come down to subtitle and add these are deals assigned to you. Now down here we can customize the grouping. So if we click on stage, we have these other options down here, and these are columns on this particular sheet. For example, if we quickly head back to the Google Sheets template and then navigate down to deals, you can see those columns up here. Now let's come down to stage and make changes to our stages. For me, I have more stages in my sales pipeline. So I'm going to come down and click on edit and then quickly change these items. Okay, so as you can see, I've quickly made some changes and added a few more stages in my sales pipeline. So I'm essentially changing all the stages over here. Let's navigate down and click on done and then click on apply to all. And for the purpose of this tutorial, you can see that all of these stages are now invalid. So I'm going to quickly change them to the right stage in my sales pipeline. Okay, so as you can see, I've quickly added the right stage in my sales pipeline. And like I mentioned, you want to take the time to change this default data. Okay, so I've changed my sales stages. Let's head back to Softr. And I'm going to come down and delete these stages here and then add the sales stages I just added inside Google Sheets. And as you can see, I've quickly added those new stages in here now. And after refreshing the page, Softr has resynced the data. And as you can see, the new stages have been updated. Now we can also navigate down the page and we can customize the item fields. You can see that this image is not displaying. If I click show, that's going to show an image that we can change if we like, but I'm going to not show this image element. Then we have name and value. You can see the name and value here, as well as expected close date and priority, expected close date, and then priority over here. And you can make changes to any of these item fields if you like, depending on the important elements that you want to show. For example, if I click this drop down, you can see that this field item type is a tag and the content is the priority column in Google Sheets, and we can add a label if we like. But this item doesn't need a label. Again, if we click on value, you can see that this is a text item and the content is from this column, estimated value, and the label is value. And you can make any changes that you like here. Now I want to add a new field to my deals, but I currently don't have the right column inside Google Sheets. So what we're going to do is head back to our Google Sheets database, and I'm going to simply click up here, right click, insert column to the right, because we do not want to disturb this Softr record ID. And I'm going to add sales task. I'm going to make this column larger, and this is where we can add tasks related to the specific deal in order for us to move that deal to the next stage. Okay, so I'm going to quickly add some example tasks. Okay, so I've quickly gone ahead and added some example sales tasks. Let's head back to Softr. Okay, so I want to add a new field to my deals that show the sales task. To do that, I can add new field here, or I can click on these three dots and then duplicate one of these items. I want to keep the type as text, but for the content, I'm going to click here and navigate down and locate sales task. Then change value to sales task. And I'm happy with that. And then I'm just going to move this item below expected close date. And as you can see, we now have the deal name, the value expected close date, as well as the sales task and the label for priority. I can now see the task associated to each deal that our sales manager needs to engage in order to move that deal to the next stage in the sales pipeline. Now we can also navigate over to actions, and we can allow for Kanban block actions. So drag and drop, I'm happy with that to be enabled, and I'll show you this shortly when we preview this page. We can come down and add a top bar button For example, add record, and our CRM users, our sales manager, can click on add record and add a new record from this interface rather than jumping into Google Sheets. If we navigate down here, you can see all of these items. I'm happy with these. We can make changes if we like. And then we have other settings. I'm happy with these settings as default. Now let's navigate down to item buttons and click on add item button. And let's say we want to give our users the option to edit records directly from the CRM. Again, we have these different record items. I'll leave these as they are. I'm going to navigate up to label and add edit deal. Again, we can come down, but I'm happy with this. I'm actually going to navigate back up to this button here and change the label to add deal. Then we can navigate over to styles. Again, we can play around with the padding and margins if we like. And then we have visibility. So who can see this block over here? Logged in users, I'm happy with that. Then which user groups? Here you can see we currently have account executive. I'm going to also add manager as well. Again, we can come down and create a new user group if we like. So now both account executives and managers, which are two different types of user groups, can now view and edit this block. Okay, so let's navigate back over to source and navigate down the page, and you can see that this shows if the owner is name, meaning that this is only going to show the deals that are connected to the specific owner. Okay, so what I want to do now is navigate down here and delete this block. Come down, click delete, and then add a new block. And I can add these different dynamic blocks if I like. List with horizontal cards, list with vertical cards, a table block, as well as forms and more. And you can play around with these different blocks down here. If we navigate over to static, we can add simple static blocks. And we have all these options down here. For example, if I click on hero, I have these different options. Let's click on hero with call to action. And you can see that block is added down here. But I'm actually going to delete this block, click on delete, and then navigate up here, and then duplicate this block that we customized. And you can see that block has been added down here. Now I'm going to remove these options here. And now this is going to show all deals. So let's navigate back up to the top, click on content and change this to all deals. And then add a subtitle. These are all deals for Stew's Consulting. And I'm going to navigate up to actions and come down and remove this button here by clicking delete and this item button here by clicking delete. So essentially the logged in user can view all these deals. However, I only want them to edit deals that are associated to them. Now I'm just going to navigate up here and quickly make changes to this hero. I could change the title if I want as well as the subtitle, but I'm just going to come down and change the image. I'm going to use this logo here. And I'm happy with that. Now let's go ahead and preview this page. If we navigate up to preview as, we can choose who we want to preview this page as. Remember, because we have different user groups and different users, this page will look slightly different depending on the permissions that we set. Okay, so for this user, you can see we're currently on deals. If I navigate down, this user can see all deals that are assigned to them. So here we have the different stages in the sales pipeline, as well as the different deals. To add a new deal, all this user needs to do is click on add deal, and then add the deal information in here. Now you can see some of the field items or elements are missing. So all we need to do is head back inside Softr and add the correct labels and items. Let's cancel out of that. The user can also click on edit deal, and they can edit the deal items. Now because there's a two-way sync between Softr and Google Sheets, if a user makes any changes here, those changes will appear inside Google Sheets. We can also move these different deals by clicking on the deal and dragging them. And again, you can see these changes being made inside our Google Sheets database. So as you can see, Softr is great for you to create applications to allow you to visualize your data. And it's not just beneficial because of the visualization, it's also incredibly functional for your users, rather than your entire team working inside Google Sheets or a different database. Okay, so if we navigate down, you can see all deals down here, and we can preview what this page looks like across devices. Okay, so let's head back to our building interface. Again, what I would do is navigate back over to this block here, then navigate over to actions, then come down to add deal, and then click on this drop down next to add record and make changes here. Remember when we saw the preview, there was no label. So what I would do is add name, and I can add placeholder text if I like. And again, I would do the same with the other elements, as well as this button down here. I would make sure that all these items have the correct information displayed. Okay, so when you're happy with this deals page, simply navigate over to pages, and then navigate over to the different pages. Let's go ahead and click on accounts. Again, similar to how you customize the deals page, all you want to do is click on the different blocks and make changes over on the right hand side. For example, if we click on this block here and then navigate over to content, if we navigate down the page, you can see that we have a filter here. And basically this means we can filter our accounts based on industry. I can also add another filter. Let's navigate down here and click on filter by, and let's go ahead and click on size. For example, I'm going to change this to company size and then add the different options in here. All I would do is head back to Google Sheets and then come down to accounts. And all I would do is add these different values inside Softr. Okay, so let's head back to Softr and quickly do that. Okay, so as you can see, I've quickly added some of those values, and you can see those values up here. And now the user has the option to filter by company size and by industry. Again, what you want to do is take the time to navigate through the different pages and customize the pages just how I showed you. Now let's navigate up to pages again, and let's navigate down to interactions. And as you can see, this is the interface. This is the page that our users can update interactions with our leads. And again, you can make custom changes here if you like. Now let's navigate back over to pages and come down and add a new page. I'm going to call this strategy session. And this could be a strategy session booking page or any type of lead generation page that you want to create. You can also customize the URL here, but I'm happy with this. Let's click save. And here you can see we have a blank page. Let's navigate over to form and let's click on customizable form. Simply click on the form, add your title here, and then add a description. Are you interested in our consulting services? Get in touch with us today. Then navigate down the page to destination. Where would you like to send responses? And you can choose your data source down here. I'm going to select data source and then click here. I'm going to select Google Sheets, then select this Google Sheets template. Then the sheet is going to be contacts. Then down here, all we need to do is map these different fields. For example, if we click on full name and come down to map, you can see name is already selected. Then if we come down to email, we want to map this to email. Let's come down to phone, navigate down to map to, and then locate phone. I'm going to quickly fill out the other fields. And then down here under message, if I come down to map to, you can see I have no option to map this to some kind of message column or note column. So what I'm going to do is head back to Google Sheets and then navigate down to contacts and then click up here, right click, insert column to the right and add form response. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now let's head back to Softr and back here under the message item, let's come down to map to and locate form response and then come down to placeholder message and I'm going to add what services are you interested in, and I'm happy with that for now. And then what we're going to do is navigate over to visibility and make sure all users is selected. Okay, so let's preview this form. And this is what non-logged in users will see. And this is a lead generation form. So what I would do is share the URL of this form across my different social media channels. I would embed it in my website as well as in my email to essentially generate leads. So a potential lead, a potential contact would come down and fill out these details. I'm going to fill out these details as a potential lead. Okay, so I've quickly filled out this form as a potential customer, a potential lead. Let's come down and submit inquiry. Now, if I head back to my Google Sheets CRM database, and if I click on the contact sheet, you can see that entry has been added in here, as well as the form response. Okay, so let's head back to Softr. I'm going to navigate back over to pages and click on home. Now, when you're ready to publish your new app, your CRM that we just built, simply navigate up to publish. Then come down, choose if you want to add a custom domain or just use a subdomain and click on publish. And congratulations, just like that, you've created a no-code CRM with Google Sheets and Softr. Now remember, you can build unlimited apps with Softr, so think about the other different applications that you need inside your business. So again, in my opinion, Softr is a fantastic solution if you're looking for an all-in-one no-code platform for building different applications for your business. Most likely you're in need of dozens of different online tools to run your business. However, with Softr, you can consolidate all your data into a centralized application or multiple applications that you've built with Softr. The CRM is a great example of how a business can leverage Softr and Google Sheets to build a CRM. Let's say that you had a team of over 10 people managing sales inside your organization. You don't want them all accessing a Google Sheets template and messing around with all the data. Softr allows you to add specific permissions and levels inside your app, giving your team the exact access to important functions inside your CRM while all your data is being hosted inside Google Sheets or a different database. And there we have it, guys. That is it for this Softr tutorial, helping you build your own no-code CRM with Google Sheets and Softr. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial, make sure to pop them down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And that way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.